Hare Krishna, my name is Vinod Manjari and I'm a devotee of Krishna, and I am a devotee of Krishna because I believe and I understand that this spiritual topic of the Bhagavad-Gita, this ancient book of wisdom, which is a transcendental book which takes us beyond the material consciousness, and elevates our consciousness from body consciousness of ego, false ego, I, me and mine, and brings us to the platform of the spiritual consciousness. I believe and understand from the Bhagavad Gita that this is a theistic science. So we will delve into the topics of what we mean by theistic science and how religion can be a science. In the Vedic understanding, the spiritual science is the Sankhya philosophy. So we will be reading from this book, Bhagavad Gita, as it is, ancient book of wisdom. And we will start with the gratitude prayers to the spiritual teachers in our lineage, our parampara lineage of teachers. So we'll start with those prayers. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Tadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurum Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatam Vitam Tam Sajivam Satvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishaka Vitanscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesh Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostate Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhu Vedvacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Rama Rama Hare Hare. So we read from the introduction, because the introduction of the Bhagavad Gita is very epic. Srila Prabhupada, who has made the commentaries of this Bhagavad Gita as it is, has spent a long time to introduce this special book to us, and the thought that's gone behind it. Why is it called Bhagavad Gita as it is? What is the Bhagavad Gita? What will we benefit? How will we benefit from it? How we should approach the Bhagavad Gita studies. So let's read a little bit, and we won't get through all of it, but we will try to do as much as we can. Bhagavad Gita is also known as Gita Upanishad. It is the essence of Vedic knowledge and one of the most important Upanishads in Vedic literature. So Vedic literature is vast. It's not just one body of knowledge. There are Upanishads, Itihasas, Puranas. It's a huge body of knowledge covering material as well as spiritual topics. So Gita Upanishad. Bhagavad Gita is part of the Upanishads. Of course, Upanishad means the one who is learning at the seat of the spiritual teacher, who is at the feet of the spiritual master. So Let's read on. Of course, there are many commentaries in English on the Bhagavad-Gita, and one may question the necessity for another one. This present edition can be explained in the following way. Recently, an American lady asked me to recommend an English translation of Bhagavad-Gita. Of course, in America, there are so many editions of Bhagavad-Gita available in English, but as far as I have seen, not only in America, but also in India, none of them can be strictly said to be authoritative, because in almost every one of them, the commentator has expressed his own opinion without touching the spirit of the Bhagavad-Gita. So we've heard about the spirit of the law, the legal system, the spirit of the law, to actually get to the essence of the legal injunctions, not just the nitty-gritty rules and regulations, but to get to the essence behind them, the spirit of the law. So just as this, he's explaining how in India there are so many translations, interpretations, commentaries on the Bhagavad Gita, but they are not authoritative. Why? Because the commentator has expressed his own opinion from his own mind, some mental concoction, speculation, whimsical idea that just comes, and hasn't referred to the spirit of Bhagavad Gita, and has added interpretations in there. So the Bhagavad Gita as it is more authoritative. Why? Because it gives the knowledge directly as Krishna explained it and gave it, without taking any more concoctions in there. The spirit, let's read on. The spirit of Bhagavad Gita, what is that? We'll find out. Is mentioned in the Bhagavad Gita itself. It is just like this. If we want to take a particular medicine, then we have to follow the directions written on the label. We cannot take the medicine according to our own whims or direction of a friend. It must be taken according to the directions on the label or the directions given by a physician. Similarly, Bhagavad Gita should be taken or accepted as it is directed by the speaker himself. So there you have it. That's the spirit of the Bhagavad Gita, to take or accept the instructions directed by the speaker himself, not to make our own methodology or our own way of, or a friend's understanding of it, or, taking different understandings. So let's continue. The speaker of Bhagavad Gita is Lord Sri Krishna. He is mentioned on every page of the Bhagavad Gita as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Bhagavan. Of course, the word Bhagavan sometimes refers to any powerful person or any powerful demigod. Devata, demigod is translated from Devata. And certainly here, Bhagavan designates Lord Sri Krishna as a great personality. But at the same time, we should know that Lord Sri Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, as is confirmed by all the great acharyas, spiritual masters, like Shankaracharya, Ramanujacharya, Madhvacharya, Nimbarka Swami, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and many other authorities of Vedic knowledge in India. So yes, this word Bhagavan is used to denote a person who's very powerful, but also to denote a person who carries the Supreme Lord in their heart. This is what the Srimad Bhagavatam explains. A very, very exalted devotee is sometimes known as a Bhagavan, because he also carries the Lord within his heart. But here, the difference here is that, yes, he is a powerful person, Krishna, but here it is explained he is the Supreme Personality. How? How do we understand that? Because the lineage of teachers, great exalted personalities, have understood and declared that he is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And how do they declare that? Because through the scriptural knowledge and Vedic literature, they can establish that Krishna is the root cause of all causes, the original candle that is lit, and the other candles are lit from it. So the other candles are expansions of that fire. So here we can understand Brahma Samhita. Lord Brahma explains that Krishna is the supreme. Govindam Adi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. Adi Purusham, the original Purusham, enjoyer, Purush, enjoyer, benefactor of all of our sacrifices, activities. So Krishna is the root. Ishvara Parama Krishna Satchidananda. So Ishvara, Bhagavan, Krishna, the controller, supreme controller, is Krishna. So the authorities, and he's listed them here, Shankaracharya, he has written a great epic poem, recitation, Bhaja Govindam, Bhaja Govindam, Bhaja Govindam, Bhaja Govindam Muramate. So please chant the name of Govindam. We are birth, death, old age will come. He goes on to say in that poem that birth, death, old age we cannot escape. So please chant Bhaja Govindam with whatever time you have. Govindam being the Supreme Personality. He established Shankaracharya. So there's a lineage. Let's read on. The Lord himself also establishes himself as the Supreme Personality of Godhead in the Bhagavad-Gita, and he is accepted as such in the Brahma Samhita and all the Puranas, especially the Srimad Bhagavatam, known as the Bhagavat Purana. Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. In the Bhagavatam it says Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. So you are Bhagavan, the original. Therefore, we should take Bhagavad-Gita as it is directed by the personality of Godhead himself. We cannot add, concoct, and put our opinions. We take it as it is by the Supreme Personality. And actually, the process by which Arjuna understood the Bhagavad-Gita was in this way. He hypothesized, put a question to Krishna, and Krishna cleared those doubts. So even in the spiritual science, there can be a hypothesis. We can put that forward, we can disclaim it, we can prove it, and we can understand also experimentally to some extent. The proof of the pudding is in the eating. So a hungry man will know whether he has been satiated. So when we take this process of understanding transcendental knowledge, our own hunger for knowledge and for thirst for knowing who we are, why are we here, the purpose of life, will be satiated. So let's read on. In the 4th chapter of the Gita, the Lord says, Imam Vishvasvate Yogam Proktavam Aham Avyayam. Vivasvan Manave Praha Manurikshva Kave Bravit. Evam Parampara Praptam Imam Rajarsayo Vidu Sakalaneha Mahata Yoga Nashta Parantapa. Sa Evayam Maya Tedya Yoga Prokta Puratana. Bhakto si me sakacheti rahasyam hi etad uttamam. Hear what this means. Here the Lord informs Arjuna that the system of yoga, the Bhagavad-Gita, was first spoken to the sun god, and the sun god explained it to Manu, and Manu explained it to Ikshvaku, and in that way the disciplic succession, one speaker after another. This yoga system has been coming down in the course of time. It has become lost. But consequently, the Lord had to speak it again, this time to Arjuna on the battlefield of Kurukshetra. So you can see how this transcendental knowledge comes down to us through Krishna. Krishna gave it first to Brahma. When Brahma was on the lotus flower, he was wondering, where is the origin of me? Where have I come from? Where have I originated from? So he was searching, but he could not find where is the origin. He could not. He was bewildered. So he prayed, and Krishna told him he could hear this word tapa. So do tapa, do penance, do austerity. So by doing that austerity, preparing himself, Krishna then gives that seed of knowledge through his transcendental flute into the heart of Brahma. So this is a very important lesson. When we are acquiring transcendental spiritual knowledge, we acquire it how? By doing tapasya, preparing, sadhana, practice, meditating, linking ourselves to the yoga literally means link, to connect, linking ourselves through meditation to the divine consciousness, the spiritual consciousness, the origin, the root cause. And by our endeavor, if the Lord is pleased and he sees that, then he will deliver that transcendental knowledge through the heart. Divya Jnana, Hridaya Prakashito. So this Divya Jnana knowledge is transmitted through to the heart. So you can see Krishna himself is establishing that he gave this transcendental knowledge, this science, down to the lineage. And then again he had to speak it to Arjuna when it was lost. So Krishna is establishing himself as having had been there from time immemorial. Many births have I had. You do not remember them, Arjuna, but I remember. This is the difference between us and Bhagavan. He can remember everybody's birth, death. He keeps a log of everything. But we cannot even remember our previous birth. So this is how Krishna establishes himself as the Supreme Personality who has been around since eternality. So let's read on. He tells Arjuna that he is relating the supreme secret to him because he is his devotee and his friend. The purport of this is that Bhagavad-Gita is a treatise which is especially meant for the devotee of the Lord. So it's not meant for one who is envious, hateful towards this knowledge, towards this science. One who is non-envious and a friend and a person who wants to seek knowledge genuinely. So the purport of this is that Bhagavad-Gita is a treatise which is specially meant for the devotee. Therefore, there are three classes of transcendentalists. Yogis, people who transcend the material consciousness. The jnani, the seeker of knowledge. The yogi, the person who meditates. And the bhakta, the devotee. Or in other words, the impersonalist, who doesn't believe that there is an impersonal form of the Lord. He just believes in the energy, the material energy, and the higher energy, the spiritual energy, which he believes in. So the impersonalist is the jnani, and the meditator, yogi, and the devotee. Here, the parampara disciplic succession is explained. The Lord clearly explains to Arjuna that he is making him the first receiver of a new lineage, parampara, because the old succession was broken. It was the Lord's wish, therefore, to re-establish another parampara in the same line of thought that was coming down from the sun god to others. And it was his wish that his teaching be distributed anew by Arjuna. He wanted Arjuna to become the authority in understanding the Bhagavad-Gita. So we see the Bhagavad-Gita is instructed to Arjuna, especially because Arjuna was a devotee. He could be trusted. He wouldn't just be hateful and lose this knowledge and squander it. a direct student of Krishna and his intimate friend. Therefore, Bhagavad Gita is best understood by a person who has the qualities similar to Arjuna. That is to say, he must be a devotee in a direct relationship with the Lord. And as soon as one becomes a devotee of the Lord, he also has a direct relationship. That is a very elaborate subject matter, but briefly, it is stated that a devotee is in a relationship with the Supreme Personality of Godhead in one of 5 different ways. We'll read these 5 different ways. But you can see that one has to have a direct relationship, just like father to son. If there's no relationship there, there's no communication or connection, then why should the father give the son his inheritance? Why should he look after him? Why should he even, take care of him? Let alone speak of giving him traditions, family traditions, knowledge, giving him knowledge of what is right and wrong. So we have to have that relationship, loving exchange, not just sentiment. Bhakti yoga is not just sentiment. We sit there, oh, I love Krishna, I love Krishna. Loving means even in the material world, we do something. So we do something for Krishna in service to him. So we'll leave it there. I don't want it too long, and we'll discuss these 5 different ways. Very briefly, Srila Prabhupada explains the 5 different ways. It's a very deep topic, but it's very briefly mentioned here. How you can be in a relationship as a friend, as a parental, as a lover even, beloved, or you can be in a neutral way, like the trees, like in a neutral passive way, or in a servitude way. You can be in all those different ways. So we'll discuss that in another session. But this bit, we wanted to talk about the introduction to Bhagavad Gita, the reason why it was presented as it is, and what does it mean as it is. Just like the medicine we take, we have to take it in the way directed by the physician being Krishna, and how we understand through the disciplic succession how this knowledge came to us. So I hope this has helped. I'm just going to do short, brief sessions, and we will slowly go through the introduction of the Bhagavad Gita. So this will give us an overview of what Bhagavad Gita, the benefits it will give us. And then we'll get into the actual text, and little bit by little bit. Chapter 1 is a little historical background. There isn't much deep philosophy there, but that's also important. And then chapter 2 is when the actual philosophy starts. So hope this has helped. Have an auspicious day, a good day, and this will be uploaded, and hope you benefit. Hare Krishna.